do for you?
Well, I came in with my mom to do a reading my birthday of last year, which was May, and we focused around one of the things being love and relationships, and you reassured me that your guides saw that I wouldn't walk through life alone, that there was a person for me, and you actually described someone that was going to come into my life, and it was never attached. This person you never said was going to be the person, but you described him in pretty exact detail, and on January 2nd, someone came into my life, and it was pretty amazing how similar they were to your description. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. So I just sort of wanted to call in and get sort of a touch base about where that's going, and where my life is going in terms of this romantic element.
Sure.
Most of the other parts of my life, I'm blessed to say, are very good and fulfilled and all of that.
I didn't quite catch the last aspect of that, but let me touch on a couple of things with you. First of all, Dustin, in regards to that relationship we spoke of that you met and then it fell apart, I guess you're pretty much screwed from here on out. I'm so joking. Thanks for laughing, Dustin. Anyway, as I tap into your energy, oh, well, that's interesting. I see two more people coming towards you in relationship vibration. I'm really drawn to the time periods of June and also July. June does pull up the number 6, very, very strong. So it could be the 6th, 16th, 26th, right around that timeline. I am drawn to the letter H. It could be the letter A. I know I do see a couple of L's, maybe an I. I'm not sure with that. I do one of them. But what I find kind of interesting with this, Dustin, I would not be surprised to see you trying to decide between two different people, or what I'm sensing indicates that you're pulled towards one, but yet you have a connection to somebody else as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of keep that in mind. I know it's not going to be a dry season. One thing, and I'm not sure why I'm bringing this up. If you are out socializing, I would really recommend that you don't allow yourself to get too tipsy on cocktails. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason, I mean, obviously we don't, want to overdo it, but safety factors, health, so many variables. But what's really coming through with this is that the one person I see you meeting, if you are a little too tipsy, that very well may put a crimp into how you guys could start.
Huh.
Where this person might consider that almost a turn-off.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I'm not a big drinker, so
I didn't think you would be. Right. I didn't feel like you were a big drinker. But, sometimes we can have one or two cocktails and get a little too happy. You know how that goes. So just kind of, watch that, because I know that the connection's going to be very, very strong. Now, I just heard the name Steve or Steven. This could indicate a last name. It could also indicate someone who connects you to somebody else. But please keep that in mind as well, all right?
Okay.
Now, the one thing, I don't know why this is coming up so strongly with you, but over the next several months, try to really watch your focus when you're at work.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. I don't want you to get in these modes of your mind wandering or getting a little too bored or anything like that. But the bottom line is it's actually not a bad time over these next 3 to 5 months with you. Also, too, by the way, I do see a lot of laughter moments in the cycle of May, this month coming up. It almost feels, it makes me wonder if you have something real joyous happening in May that could be regarding family, a particular female in your life. It just feels real laughter-based. The only other thing I recommend is to really plug forward and focus on daily meditation, because you're bringing towards you a healthier caliber of an individual.
Right.
So that's going to make a big difference. Oh, and by the way, this one of the mate vibration that I'm sensing with you, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I don't see you attracting anyone with addiction issues. That I don't see happening. So that's going to be a good bonus for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
So, my friend, just keep plugging forward. I'm glad certain things came to pass, and it's going to continue there. It's giving you a lot of hope. Keep yourself aligned with God, and, again, focus on that meditation. And you're coming into a really nice flow, which I'm real pleased about.
Great. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure, Dustin. Thank you so much for tuning in and for calling in today.
Have a great day.
You as well. God bless. You're very, very well. What can I do for you today?
I'm looking at buying a home, and I found one that I really like, and I wanted to see what do you see, I mean, financially, what do you see if I do get this home? Just a little bit, I guess, about that.
I like the overall vibration and energy coming from this property you've got your eye on. It's got a great feel to it. Also, I would not be surprised that you should be able to pull off this property. Financially, you should be fine. I just feel like you've got to just tighten up the belt and just watch some of the smaller areas of spending. $5 here, $20 there. At the end of the month, that adds up. You know what I mean? But overall, I don't think this is going to be too much of a problem. With this property you're currently looking at, Layla, let me ask you a question. If this comes about, would there be, according to your timeline, a possibility of moving into this property in June?
Possibly, or maybe even sooner.
Okay. You keep plugging forward, because I'm definitely getting pictures of you on this property unpacking boxes, and it was early June.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's got a terrific vibe, and I don't think it's a bad buy for you. I think the numbers are lining up real, real well. Value, you know, what is being sold for, and I feel pretty safe that you're logical enough to crunch your monthlies, the numbers on that, just to make sure everything works out for you. But again, I think it's a real wise move, and I feel very excited. It just gives me this real great sense of Yahoo connected to this. So I don't believe this is a bad move at all for you. And again, the property itself does have a good vibe. It appears like it needs a little TLC, the property.
A little bit, maybe.
It's going to be great. You're going to love the vibe. Keep plugging forward with that.
Thanks, David.
It was a pleasure, Layla. Thanks so much for calling in today. Hi, Danny. How are you?
I'm doing well, David. How are you?
Doing real well, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. What can I do for you today?
Well, I've had several negative things happen to me or my family this year, and I was just wondering what the next few months hold for me.
Danny, as I touch into your vibration, I do feel that things are getting a little bit calmer, but I still feel an edginess there a bit. This could tell me that some of the challenges that have come up just perhaps have not cleared up just yet. Very well could indicate extra challenge or two. I don't feel anything to be severe, but what I do find interesting as I move forward with the vibe, I do know that when I get towards aspects of July and especially August, you feel a lot more relaxed, Danny. You feel like you have a lot more happiness, smoothness, that kind of thing. Quick question. Do you own a trailer or camper by chance?
No.
Then this could indicate that you might want to spend some time out in nature when you get a chance, just relaxing. Quick question. Has there been a passing of someone in your family this year?
Yes, in February.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Was this person that crossed over in February, did they have anything to do with your dad?
Yes, my brother.
Okay, that makes sense. I do feel that this individual that's crossed over is around your dad quite often, and I don't know why that's coming through. Your brother that crossed over, was he a fighter?
What do you mean by fighter?
Could he stand his own ground and defend those he loves if he needs to?
Easily.
Oh, yeah. I definitely feel him around. He comes through with a lot of pride and his energy feels like it's real hard working.
Yeah, he's a hard worker.
Yeah, big time. And I don't know what this means exactly. There's something with the word stink or stinker. Now, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if there's an incident he's bringing up regarding something to do with a skunk, or maybe right after he passed, it kind of brought up kind of a stink in the family somehow, or some challenges. I'm not sure.
But could it possibly be Wiener? That was his nickname when he was little.
Oh, I would.
We couldn't pronounce Wayne, so some of us called him Ween, and so his nickname became Wiener.
How interesting. Let me ask you a question. Does the name John connect to him for some reason?
Donnie.
Oh, Don. How interesting. And your brother's passing was real fast, wasn't it?
Yes, very fast.
He's doing really, really well. Has a lot of strength. You're going to be dreaming about him or seeing him or something. That's going to be a very positive experience for you. Extremely a positive experience. Did your brother have a daughter?
Yes.
Because he's showing me kids right now. So he had more than one child?
He's got a son and a daughter.
That makes sense because he's showing me connecting with kids since he's crossed over, that it's real important that he visits them and checks in and tries to help them as much as possible.
They were his world.
That would make sense why he's emphasizing this. He's also thanking you for being there for the kids.
Okay.
That means a lot to him, touching base with them on occasion and, things like that. It's like he would do the same thing for you if the tables were turned.
Yeah, she died, he died on her birthday.
That's one reason I would think he would bring that up.
Right.
He also has a lot of pride. He is very, very proud of being your brother. But anyway, as I move forward, he's talking now about his grandmother, that he was greeted. She's one of the people that greeted him when he crossed over.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. He's doing real well, but he's going to be checking in on you and everything, and he's telling me that things are going to be okay. I don't know what else that means. Did either you or your brother ever work the land or had acreage or something?
No.
And you haven't been outside working in the yard lately or digging, have you?
Not lately.
There's something now this could be symbolic of digging through things or trying to, I don't know exactly, but it's something of that flavor. Kind of keep it in mind.
Okay.
It'll make sense to you. All right, my friend, is there anything else I can touch on before I move forward?
Quickly, a couple things. We were thinking about moving into his house. I've been having heart problems. What do you see with both those things?
Well, the heart problems, I believe you can get those corrected and get those maintained and managed well.
Okay.
Moving into his house, actually, I feel very joyful things with that. Now, is that okay with his kids and the rest of the family?
Yeah, the rest of the family think it's a great idea. His ex-wife, that's when you brought up about somebody putting up a stink. There's been issues, not for us moving into the house, but issues with her, the way things are being handled. She's got her way of thinking, and the rest of the family's got other ways of thinking about how to go forward with all this.
Right. And I know you know this. Things like that are not terribly unusual in these types of circumstances.
Right.
But I do know that his children are not going to be ripped off with what is due to them. Now, I don't necessarily feel he has an obligation financially or with material items towards his ex-wife. But I do know that his children are not going to be ripped off with what is due to them. I don't necessarily feel he has an obligation financially or with material items towards his ex-wife. But I do know that nobody in the family is going to take advantage of his children either.
Well, that's good to know, because that was one of our concerns, that she was getting money and it wouldn't go to the kids.
Right. No, I feel that the way this is all going to be set up and the way this is going to be handled, it's going to be directly into the hands of the children. And, as who's ever doing the executorship and clearing all this up, I believe that there are ways you guys can make sure that this money is there to benefit those children and that it doesn't filter through the hands of someone that it's not necessary. But overall, I think the move with the house and all of this, I think it's going to play out real, real well for you guys in the long run.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure, Danny. God bless. Thanks for tuning in today.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Take care.